My name is Dr. Von Crazy, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2! Last time, we made it out from the underbelly of Gormott, and this time, we'll be headed straight to Torigoth. Right, it's time for the first big hike to Torigoth. Around this point, you want to start paying attention to the level of trust between blade and driver. Trust is a vital resource that you need to unlock levels on your blade's affinity chart. So if you want to maximize the support and get to your blade, you'll want to make winning their trust a priority. Whenever you complete a quest, you'll build trust with whichever blade you're with. Trust goes up when you achieve maximum affinity in battle as well. Affinity bonds will shine golden when they're at their height. Right now, I'd say it's time we set off for Torigoth. You can also increase affinity by not opening that. By going into characters and giving your lead a health
I've been
channel.
wanting one of these.
Also, Nia's favorite food is fish, so she gets an extra bonus from the health channel. Each blade and driver has 4 favorite items, 2 categories, and 2 specific items.
Leave it to me.
I won't be finding all of these, I don't know most of them. But some of them are required for affinity charts, so I will be doing the ones required for affinity charts. Up here, mysteries. If you try targeting all sorts of enemies, you'll occasionally encounter ones whose target icon looks different from that of normal enemies. These are unique monsters, and they're a little special. They're much tougher than the regular kind. Even the strongest drivers in all rest often have trouble with them. So if you take down a unique monster, you'll surely the respect of all people over all rest. That said, they're not a challenge for the faint-hearted. You'll want to make sure you're prepared if you plan on surviving the powerful attacks they often wield.
You're picking a fight with us.
Ow, for God's
You're
sake!
wrong.
These Leo Ferris aren't as hard as they would seem based on their level, but don't take them lightly. Anyway, as we're crossing this beautiful
Leave it to
area.
me. Flora heals an aching soul.
You can actually explore all of the area here right now, if you like. Granted, if you start going north, you're going to find, let me target you. You can find level 75 Messart House and various things of that difficulty. Over here, there's Hungry Ferris at level 35, and if I can find the level 91 Ancient Saurus. There are a lot of very high-level enemies if you try to go north, but if you like, you can search north to your heart's content. You can find a bunch of hidden things, usually with higher quantities of gold than you can get in the earlier parts of the areas. You can find locations that give you a lot of bonus XP.
Here comes trouble. Need a lot of left
Oh, my
outside.
power.
I'm
At your
getting you
disposal.
back here.
This is what happens when you... I can still... fight.
This should be right around where we left off. So let's keep going.
And arrive.
Right here you can find a landmark, the Way Tree.
All in one piece.
This is a pretty important one, so be sure not to miss it. We've got...
This is an area where I excel.
You can find plenty of flowers lying around. but something of note. Right here, Territorial Rothbard, a level 81 unique monster.
This is an area where I excel.
Uh-oh,
Rumbling
here
around
comes trouble.
Gormod. What? Anyway. Well, we're right outside Torigoth, but before we go in, I want to make note of Moonlighting Elwen. This is probably the first unique monster you're going to defeat, as it's the lowest level one in the game. So, if you do decide to defeat that on your first visit here, what you could do is go this way. Hang on a moment, guys. Is it just me, or is the cloud sea level higher than it was before? I think you're right. Guess this is what... Guess it must be what they call high tide. The cloud seed level changes because the Gormod Titan walking through it, right? At times, the clouds scarcely reach up to the Titan's elbows, while at other times, like now, the clouds are around its belly. The clouds at this height, I guess we won't be able to get back to that place where we made camp. Indeed, that area will be submerged beneath the clouds. But the Titan's always moving, so I'm sure the clouds will be lower again sooner or later. Quite right. I'd heard about amazing stuff like this, but it's kind of amazing seeing it firsthand. You don't get phenomena like this in Argentum or in Leptheria, that's for sure. Olrest is a really big place. Alright, that's enough gopping. Let's get going. Torigoth is so close now I can smell it. It's literally right behind us, so that's not surprising. Titan's forests are surrounded by the cloud seed. The cloud seed has tides. The tides will close off places that you could once visit, as well as open up places that you couldn't reach, so plan your adventure accordingly. You can check the status of the cloud sea's tides by looking at the environmental indicator information on the indicator. Take a look at the newly added icon at the top right corner. If the cloud sea is low, as shown below in the median line, it means the clouds are high tide. If it's below, that means the clouds are at low tide. Now, when we reached here, the clouds went from low tide to high tide. Right, I was going this way to show you that if you want to fight that unique monster before entering Torigoth, right here
All in
you
one
can find
piece.
the Torigoth Arch.
Is it night
That's
time
a
already?
nice spot to respawn.
Please consider
if
taking
you
a rest.
Just want to fight Moonlighting Elwen and not worry about being respawned back at the Outlook Knoll where we saw
Just
Torigoth
keep wailing
all
on
that
them.
way away.
We'll make it
So
through this.
I think I'll try
Not
to fight
everyone
one
has
like
your
that.
energy, my lady.
I think will show you
With our spirits high, there's nothing we cannot overcome.
Just what I was thinking.
Sword bash!
Gemini loop.
Yeah! Anchor shot! Ha!
Eagle, ready to attack.
Sure! Sure! I've got it well in hand. Okay, watch this.
Down. Healing halo.
Why not?
At that level.
Sword bash!
Rush down.
Ready to
Gemini
attack.
loop. Okay.
Strong.
Eagle eye.
This is taking a
Why
lot more
not?
hits than the abundance.
Jaguar slash.
Make haste and retreat.
Sure!
Awaiting
Rolling
order.
smash!
Okay.
Yeah!
Eagle eye.
I lost to a level 11 and level 9
Gemini
time
loop.
when I died, so...
This should put pay to you.
Yeah!
Excellent. Make haste and
Anchor
retreat.
shot! Ha!
Must be more careful.
Sure!
Rest
Sure!
There's more like
Oh,
Angle
my
Road
smash.
Down.
At your disposal.
It's like we're in perfect sync.
Let me do it!
Okay, now you'll see what fire can do.
Flame combo. Third stage. Awesome.
Ah!
Why
When you
not?
get a level 3 blade combo, you get a
Roger!
switch again.
Okay.
This show's paid to you.
Damage compared to a level 1
Rolling smash.
or 2 combo. And you get a nice
Rex, maybe you
Just
should
make
slow
use of
down.
it now.
It's getting tough. Sure.
The blade
Anchor
combo
shot.
used. So
Really?
I got a water
I'm
and
still
fire
getting
effect
stronger.
when using that level 3 blade combo. We got a few interesting little trinkets from that. So let's see what they do. Bunnet Chokers increase your luck by 21, and memory lockets prevent affinity loss when a teammate falls in battle. Luck is a fairly important stat, but we can't really use it much right now. You'll be able to use luck in the very near future, so these Bunnet Chokers are certainly worth picking up. The memory locket isn't so helpful, though. Affinity loss when a teammate falls in battle isn't as bad as affinity loss when you fall in battle, so the memory locket won't help much. And with that, let's just enter Torigoth and see what happens.
So, this is Torigoth.
It hasn't changed a bit.
Nia?
It's nothing. Okay then. I'll show you to an inn. Then I'm out of here.
Welcome to Torigoth.
What the bloody hell is this? Don't tell me this is meant to be me.
A remarkable likeness, to say the least.
Oi, did you see something?
No. I fear they may have conflated our countenances, my lady. How very awful.
Phi, who has the courage to heed the Empire's call? Your strong heart today will build a strong, more ordained tomorrow. Of course, you get more than a salary. Pension and benefits are included. Distinguish yourself, and you could even join the nobility. For the glory of the Ardanian Empire and His Majesty, Emperor Niall! Come now! Who wants to be the hero of tomorrow?
What's the deal over there?
Driver recruitment.
Driver recruitment?
Recently, they've been recruiting drivers from all over.
The pool of potentials is ever shrinking. They must have run out of candidates in the military.
What do you mean by potentials? I'm not sure I follow.
Just see for yourself.
Don't do it, bro. It's too dangerous.
What will we do if something happens to you? Or look after us? Please?
I know it's dangerous, but if I can become a driver...
Out of the way, Pipsqueak. All right. Come on, Blade Boyo. Show me what you got.
Yeah, he's done for.
Indeed.
Oh-ho! All bark fight! What a shame!
Oh, what just happened? All that blood.
Couldn't handle the core crystal's power.
That's what happens when someone unqualified touches a core crystal. Truly lamentable.
Wait, you need a qualification to be a driver?
Perhaps aptitude would be a better word.
Aptitude?
No! Is there nobody else here ready to test their strength for the glory of the Empire? Oh, how about you? What say you? Step forward, sir, with bold heart!
Don't worry. Your big bro's gonna be a driver. And then we'll be set for life.
Don't do it!
There's your aptitude.
I did it!
You did it! I don't believe it!
The core crystal turned into a weapon?
That is how blades are born, Rex.
What? But when I touched Pyra's...
She's a special case. Pyra's the Aegis, remember? So the usual rules don't apply. All that business with sharing her life force, it's not exactly normal.
Wait, what does the Aegis even mean? Jin and Malos, they called her that too.
Dunno. All I know is that it's some kind of legendary blade. Why don't you just ask her yourself? Let's go. No point sticking around for the enrollment ceremony and all that boring stuff.
You've arrived in Torigoth, Gormot's largest settlement, so now it's a good time to talk about developing towns. Towns are restored according to their level of development, called dev level for short, and a town's dev level can be raised by earning dev points. When a town's dev level goes up, you can expect to see the price of goods in shops go down. Some shops might even expand their ranges and sell never-before-seen products. You can earn dev points by completing quests and resolving residents' difficulties. It's also possible to earn a few dev points just by talking to people you meet. You can go to the dev level of... You can view the dev level of any town by going... let's try that again. You can view the dev level of any town anytime you go shopping, and also by going to main menu skip travel. As a public and spirited citizen of Alrest, you should do all you can to raise the dev level of its settlements. Right now, our dev level for Argentum Trade Guild is 1 star, and for Gormot Province is no stars. They didn't mention it there, but you can also increase dev level just by buying things at the stores. If you want to go this way, well, there's an invisible wall. You can't. You can buy various things at all of these stores. Oop. Have you been shopping yet? If you need your chance, monkeys have to offer. There's a good chance to give you a few new products that were previously unavailable to you. You might even want to use skip travel to head back to Argentum and see how the goods here compare to the ones there. Yeah, you can skip travel to any Titan at any point, even if the story really makes it seem like you can't get back there. There's a couple important ones. First off, Zelkovia blacksmiths have core chips to sell you. You could have bought these back in Argentum, but well, you can buy better ones here, so you might as well wait until now. I'm gonna buy 2 wing chips and put them on both blades. You might not want to put core chips on Dromark unless you have fighting to do right this instant. But, well, these core chips, the better ones that I just got, they lower our block rate by 2%, but neither of us are tanky characters, so that doesn't matter too much. Another important store is Keydoll Accessories. They've got accessories for us. We already have leather gloves and wolf shoes, but they have Beast Hood, increases aggro reduction by 20%, so makes Rolling Smash lower your aggro more. Knock-on Mask increases aggro every second, not useful for any characters right now, but it could be useful later. Axe Attachment increases Great Axe weapons. Lance Attachment increases Mega Lance weapons. We don't have a Great Axe or a Mega Lance weapon yet, so these are useless to us. And Red Thread extends the range of Driver Blade Affinity by 100 centimeters. Not the most useful thing, and you can find it on by just defeating enemies pretty commonly, so I don't recommend buying a Red Thread. The third important shop, Majira's Odds and Ends. Welcome to the finest gadget shop in town. It's not on the shelf, not worth buying. Don't give the discounts. Oh, it's not here yet. Well, she sells Gormont hats. Also, Ox Cores, which we can't do yet. Whoops. These will just give, these give various... accessories. Pouch items. You can buy pouch items at these two shops. There's also a shop up here where you can buy pouch items at. Sayu Greens. And if you go back here, you can find an informant, Kuruni. You can buy details on what each of these mechanics do. Pretty good if you've never played the game before, but, well, I have. I'll just put these on screen, put each effect on screen while I'm shifting through here, if I remember to. So, let's explore further into Torigoth and try to find our end. Actually, I'll save that for next episode. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we'll be finding an inn and saying goodbye to Nia, maybe. See you guys then.